They're going to run for it with Jones. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-zip.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Jackson now. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Jackson. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is brought in at the 21. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes a
touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 67 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Jackson's throw complete there to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Another run with Sanders. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Packers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. To the air on first down. Here's Willis. Flush, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. The Packers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 107 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. Off the play fake, here's Willis. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. To try again after the sack. Willis. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. After the interception, here's Jackson. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Throwing is Jackson. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. Eric Stokes in on the tackle. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill in for a loss.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Well, they pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. Trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted. It's Bubba Bolden who picks it, and the Packers are going to take possession of the football. But Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders, and I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Jones is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Touchdown! A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Up the middle they go with Sanders, and he'll get it down here to the 43. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Right back to Sanders on first down. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Sanders. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. Touchdown, Eagles! A.J. Brown, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Willis back to the air on 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Packers keeping the offense out there now as they'll go for 2. Willis will try and throw for this. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Last play of the half. Here's Willis. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering How are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Sliding out of the pocket. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
On third down, they turn to Sanders, and he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Going for it with Sanders, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's a give to Jones running left. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Here's Willis. Rolling to his right. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. Willis will look to throw it. Flushed out right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And Gay knocks this one through. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Jackson. And this one's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Jackson. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They go play action with Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. Now it's Jackson. He finds Austin complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll run with Sanders. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Sanders again. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is down to 24. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Willis. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Packers have opened the lead up to 30. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. They go play action now. Jackson escaping the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Play action. Now Jackson out to his left. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Completes it to Austin. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Play action. It's Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Keion Crossen. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Watch 36 to Mike all day, dog. 65 catch.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He'll let it fly for Austin. They've got his man complete. A big play there for Philly. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 2nd down, back to Sanders. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. To throw is Walker. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Bubba Bolden who picks it. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, 10, 5, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Walker trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. That's pretty rare that you see a ball game decided by this wide of a margin. And now it gets, Charles, even wider after that pick six. They've done everything right on that sideline.
I think we can safely say that not only is the scoreboard, right, the gap big there, now everyone's just looking for stat padding, right? Do I get a chance to make a big play? Can I get a takeaway? Can I go ahead and put the ball in the end zone? That's what these guys are all talking to each other about now with a lead this big.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. In motion right is Brown. 2nd down, back to Sanders. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll go again with Sanders. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Check smash, check smash.
Walker looking to throw on 4th down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
We want it. Come to my work. Mike 5. Mike 5. Go, Rig. Go. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Willis on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect?
And it'll be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Right there, hurt.
The man in motion is Brown. Off the play fake, Walker. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
36 to Mike. Mike, 36. Mike. Cup 19.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Walker. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Check, Bobcat. 19 Lion. 36.
4th down, Walker. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Now Walker. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Jackson from the shotgun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, well, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Philadelphia, good night, everybody.
God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. The 6-4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. Jeep. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the